Hi, I'm Basia Alexander with partnerwithnature.org, and welcome to the early spring edition. What is connection? Well, it's getting closer to trees. It's having a strong relationship with trees that goes even beyond whether you say you love them, because a lot of people love trees, but you want to even get closer to trees. So today we're going to talk about the first two steps of connection. When I approach a tree, whether I know the tree or not, the first thing is to sort of get the big picture. So I'm going to step aside and we're going to look at the big picture of this tree now. And we'll see that it's really a beautiful, well-shaped tree. It's very round and very full. This is a beech tree. And so that whole tree just has a lot of branches coming out of the center of it. I'll step back in here. It has so many branches coming out of the center of it, and we just see how big and full it is. And that gives you just that first sense of observing the tree. And now we want to get into observing it a little more closely. So let's walk forward. And even in walking forward, we get a sense of how big this tree really is. We can feel it in relation to our own body, how wide it is, how full it is, how many branches it has. It's really full of branches. Okay, so once we're a little closer, now, of course, it's early spring. And for me, early spring is all about the leaf buds. And beech trees have these beautiful, long, delicate leaf buds. Very long buds. And soon as its circulation gets going, those buds are going to get more food and fluids in them, and they will actually become leaves. And we see along the branch how they're spaced along the branch. They're spaced in an alternate pattern. And then there's another branch that comes out, and another. And again, they're spaced in that alternate pattern. And going further in, more and more of these beautiful long leaf buds. Every tree has a different appearance to its leaf buds. So now we're getting in closer, and we can see just how many, many branches, how rich this is with branches. And then looking at the trunk of the tree. And you can see that a beech tree has a very smooth trunk. The beech tree's trunk, very smooth, almost like an elephant's leg, and it's very gray. And this one just has a little bit of weathering on it and a few markings. And then we look to the root area. Okay, so the root flare, that's this area where the roots meet the ground, is uncovered, which is a good thing. It does not have a lot of mulch or stuff piled on it. That's good, because these roots can now breathe. And then when we look a little further out, we see that the leaves of the tree itself are the mulch for this tree. And that's very good because it's kind of a natural recycling. The tree gets nourishment as these leaves break down into the soil. So the way that this can also protect the tree in the winter time, protect it from snow and ice. And as we look a little further out, we see that these leaves extend all the way to what's called the drip line. So the owner of this property has chosen to do this very good thing, which is to leave the leaves of the tree itself right under the tree all the way out to the drip line. So that's the healthiest thing to do for a tree. So we know that those roots now, we can't see them with our eyes, but we know that they're well protected and well nourished under the soil, under this natural kind of mulch. And now we'll take a look a little further out. Where is this tree growing? Well, from underneath it here, we can see that it's in a very large space. Very big grassy area. And so it has plenty of room to grow. So that's observation. That's that step of observation where you look carefully at the tiniest of details and you just get impressions from them. And when you do that, it's very natural to have a feeling of appreciation. Like I said earlier, the appreciation for this beautifully shaped, enormous beech tree. And appreciation leads you very, very easily into the second step of connection, which is caring or affection. And in just talking about this tree, as we've been here together, I've developed an even stronger affection for this tree. I've looked at it in more detail, really more closely than I have in the past, and I've visited this tree before, so I see it more clearly, in more detail, and my sense of affection for this tree has really grown. And that leads you to the next step of connection, which we'll do in another video. Thank you very much.